come out, I think it was on Friday that I came out. It was on Friday that I came out and I talked extensively in regards, not extensively, I just gave a summary of Damilare and Shina Peters, the son of Shina Peters. I was angry, I was surprised, I was flabbergasted, I was amazed, I was in shock, I was baffled at what I saw overnight, Thursday, overnight, Friday. I was shocked at the fact that I saw them saying that Mide Martins and Shina Peters were having sexual affairs, relationship, and that was what killed Funmi Martins. My heart broke. Because as you all know, when this, I think it was Gist Lover, I was told, because I'm not a fan of Instagram, but we heard that Gist Lover was the one that primarily gave the world the hint that Shina Peters neglected his son and is not taking responsibility of Damilare Peters. On hearing this, I know Uncle Shina Peters. I know him. So I did not hesitate at all to get in touch with him. I was lucky he was March. He was even in fasting that period. I didn't even know he had heard about it as well. When we were talking, he now said, did I not see a video he just did? I said, I have not seen. He said he has come out. I said, okay, uncle, I will watch that one. And I then started questioning him. I wanted to know. He knows me to be, if I'm very persuasive. If I want to get something out of you, I will. So I was questioning him. I was asking questions. He did not hesitate to tell me the unbelievable things that you would normally tell your daughter, your sister, your blood. He opened up to me more than I expected him to. And when he opened up to me, my heart broke. I said, uncle, do you give me the permission to be able to tell people that I have spoken to you? He said, why not? I should. But he has come out to apologize. Then I went. I sourced for Damilare. When I sourced for Damilare, I was made to understand that I was, in fact, the person that gave me how I sourced for Damilare told me that I cannot talk to Damilare except I talked to Mr. Victor Ogujimi, who happens to be Baba Pupa, the father, the brother or younger brother to Funmi Martins. I then said, okay. I went ahead, got in touch with them, spoke to him, spoke to Damilare, and told them I'm bringing them on board. So I was the one that brought them on board as the first person that actually brought them for interview on social media. And so when I brought them on social media for interview, I interviewed him And if people remember, you saw Damilare. Then before I interviewed them, I had gone to listen to Miss Shina Peters' pleas, begging gbogbo abiyamo aye. That is true mothers, good mothers. All mothers that we jere gbogbo ọmọ wọn, that we eat the fruits of their labor. It all depends what we sow into other children, people's life. Evidentially shows that we ourselves, we are true mothers. So I believe that the true mothers that came out then, not all, some, those are the people Shina Peters came out to plead with, that I promise to take up my responsibility. After all, I take care of people that are not even his children, biological children. The ones that are not even related to me. I finance their schooling. Why won't I then do the one that they said is mine? If you people remember. And that one again got all abiyamo totals angry, that how dare Shina Peters said that they said is mine. He was apologetic again, even though it did not come out, but you could tell that the way people were cursing, he did not talk again. But he took up the responsibility of Damilare. On taking up the responsibility of Damilare, we all, in fact, when I interviewed Baba Pupa, who is Mr. Victor Gujimi, uncle to Damilare, the younger brother to Funmi Martins, if you people remember, we even raised funds for Damilare here. But we said we cannot take that money because I know that Shina Peters may see me doing that chat in the future. And if he sees that what he has said when he spoke to me, that I do not want them raising funds for this child, for my child in public. That's how he spoke to me. Oh. Because if they do, should the fish, should he grow up in the future and become a big man, maybe he's in the House of Rep, some people will remind him of the day he came as a beggar. And they were the ones that sponsored his education for him to be where he is today. And so he doesn't want it at all. He said that to me. He secondly said, I do not want anything else but for this boy to go to school. And I, for one, if I know Shina Peters very well, I don't think we all know this part of him. This man have left home since when he was 9 years old. That man you people are seeing. In fact, if you want to be very realistic, he is one of our legends. He is a legend. Some of you may not accept. He has left home since when he was 9 years old. He suffered, as in he suffered to make it in life. He really suffered. If you want to know the truth about how really he suffered, go and ask people like Claron Chukura that when Shina Peters impregnated her when he was only 23 years old, did he not run away? Because man did not have at the age of 23, and he had left home at the age of 9 years. It was at a location. It was the one that disvirgined Clarence Shukura. It was that disvirgin that got, if people remember, if you watch the film then, that disvirgin that produced Clarence, it wasn't twice or thrice they had the thing. He ran because he doesn't have. He was a struggler. 9 years old. He suffered. Then go and ask Sammy Peters, that woman, that when she met Shina Peters, she should please produce his picture. You will hear the story of the struggle they suffered. They suffered, and that is why Shina Peters appreciates Sammy Peters so much. And you all know, even with the fact that we hear all kinds of stories, he still kept to that woman, because that woman was there when there was nothing. Fast forward, after raising fund for Mr. Victor Ogujimi, he didn't even want the fund. If people remember, I said we should give the money to Damilare Peters. I refused. I said, no, sir, I cannot do it, because I don't want the father to come for me. And we want to give you that money. We will raise this money. Give us your account. He gave us something, Ogujimi, if people remember. Ogutomi, sorry, not Ogujimi. Victor Ogutomi. He gave us an account. Maybe it's his wife's account. And the money kept going in. I'm not interested in knowing what he got. He was even sending me receipts at a point. But truly, I'm not interested. Because really, it's not. And we said, we are using this to say, we appreciate you as a man. That after Mama died, Granny, their mother, his own mother died, he took over Damilare. All this was our own kind gesture. And if people all remember when they brought this to us on social media, what they told us, number one, Damilare came to social media for what? Education. How we got to Mide and Shina Peters sleeping together is what I want to discuss with you people. How we got there. And for some of people that are saying that Mide is very bad, I'm going to play a voice note here today showing when Mide was pleading with the brother to come and see her. They were talking. Because many of you, when they bring stuff to the social media, please be very skeptical. Because I've been told that they are bombarding Mide with curses. Barrister sang one song. If you don't act or do things that deserves curse or that can make you cursed, no amount of curses can harm you. Am I making sense? No amount of curses can harm you. So, and I thought to myself, before I will play that voice note, some other things, and many other things, because yesterday I was on the conference call with Shina Peters, his lawyers, and some stakeholders, his stakeholders. It was a long call with deliberation. The lawyer spoke, and that man said he's going to use his last blood, because you people that have been going around trying to destroy him. My question is why? Why? I want to ask Damilare, because I believe that one day you will listen to this video. I want to ask Damilare. Damilare, I've spoken to you before, and I want to believe, I think you are 19 years old. I am very sure that you are my second child's mate. And I want to ask Damilare's guardians. I want to ask his influencers. I want to ask his minders questions. And the foremost question is, what is your aim and objection in coming to reveal that your father, Damilare, I'm asking you and your guardians, your influencers, your minders, what is your aim and objection in coming to reveal that your father, your biological father, even though that there's some things that's going to come up here today, and I'm sorry, it's not my fault. This was what I wanted initially. Let everything go smoothly. But when lawyers deliberate and they turn, the story changes. It's because you don't have, I say it, where you receive your counsel and the people you wine and dine with, they either make you or they mar you. Ha! Iku baolaje. It's so sad to know that Funmi Martins, that woman, I pray she can turn, because they want to somehow, as I see it, they want to use style and destroy her back. Her children, even in fact, principally, they want to destroy that boy. Even though the main target is Mide. The main target is Mide. And Shina Peters as a matter of fact. But I want to ask them, Damilare, I want to ask, your aim and objective to revealing that your father and your blood sister, they are sleeping. They are having sex. They are having sex. What is your aim and objective? My question is Mide truly your blood sister? Mind you, I want you people to know one thing before I further. When Shina Peters met Funmi Martins was living in one room in Mushin. She was living in one room in Mushin. Funmi Martins has 4 children. Firstborn is Tunde. The firstborn is Tunde. The secondborn is Mide. The thirdborn is Ayo. The fourthborn is Damilare. Tunde is for one man. Mide and Damilare and Ayo is for one man. Sorry, Mide and Ayo is for one man. Damilare is for Shina Peters. So there are 3 men. Now, when Shina Peters met Funmi Martins, Shina Peters was married to Sammy Peters. So he started dating Funmi Martins. When he started dating Funmi Martins, Mide was in Abeokuta. They were using she was being used there in Abeokuta to work. She was being used then. Shina Peters started having extramarital affairs with Funmi Peters, with Funmi Martins, started having extramarital affairs with her. As they were having that relationship, he found out that she had, and he asked her to bring Mide from Abeokuta He then went to rent her 3-bedroom in Iju. All this was with the lawyer, everything. I will be reading some things out. I'll be talking some things. I'll be giving you updates. The lawyer and myself, we had, and stakeholders, was tough between us yesterday. He started dating her and got her the 3-bedroom. They were dating. When Mide joined, Shina Peters is the one that sponsored her education. Sorry, I have to say this. Mind you, Sammy Peters had children before she married Shina Peters. They also, if you go and meet them and ask them, in fact, the ones that went to command the Jew, they will tell you, you will be asking, how can these children be so close to this man? Go and ask anybody that knows her. The children she had, he was in charge of them. Even the one that is not her own, that she brought with her, that they were married, he was in charge until God answered her own prayers. Until God answered our own prayers. He was taking care of those children. That is, he will sell his gold, pawn his gold, to make sure those children amount to something today. And I must tell you, evidentially, many of them have amounted to something. And exactly what he did for Mide Martins. He was helping them. He was helping them. And if you want to know much about Shina Peters, go and check his history. He doesn't date small girls. He doesn't. Mide was only 20 years old. 20 years old when the mother died. And this accusation of she sleeping with Shina Peters, she was accused then. But before I go to that place, I will first of all ask Damilare some questions. You have been gallivanting. Damilare, you are no more a baby. You are no more a baby. Because if I say you are a baby, I'm lying. By the time I play one voice note between you and Mide, you know what you are doing. Sadly, I don't know why you cannot say, stop pushing me. Don't destroy my life. You are gallivanting from one platform to another, and they will be cursing. People will call in. These speakers you speak to, they will call and be placing curses over your father, the person that's been giving you for 2 months or so, or 3 months. You gave you 50,000 naira towards your jam lesson and your upkeep. 20,000 for your transport, 30,000. I have the receipt here. Then now, until even Friday, you still got 30,000 every month for your upkeep. You did the jam, you didn't do well. You failed. When you go to all these platforms, do you reveal to them that ever since your daddy came out and came to beg Abiamoye, he has taken up your responsibility? Have you told people? Rather, your advisors, your minders, your guardians, they take you from one platform to another, and these same people will call in. If this is what other children, Sammy Peter's children, Clarence Karochukura's children, if this is what they have been doing to Shina Peters, will you still meet anything for you to even come out and say you have been abandoned? Will you still meet anything? You are not a baby anymore. They will be placing curses over the person you call your father. Then they will be placing curses over the person you call your blood sister. Because of the story that they have fed you with, that they are the ones that killed your mother. They will be cursing Shina Peters. That is curses. Curses. Big curses. Even when your father is wicked, doesn't take care of you, you won't sit around. You will never sit around to see them cursing your blood sister and your father, the person you call your father. This man has other children, no, many others, and the ones that are adopted, the ones that he's just helping. You will sit around, you will go for interview on this platform and still feel good, and the man will still give you upkeep money. You will take it. Then all this your guidance. In fact, I will mention Baba Deji. Baba Deji has brought you out to the world. He's showing your face. Where is Deji and the younger ones? Why didn't Baba Deji bring out Deji and be carrying Deji from one platform to another? Why you? Why you? All these people, your guardian, your influencers in America, everywhere, why haven't they brought that out their own children? The father of their children, the women supporting you, why many of them are lone parents or some of them are not? Why haven't they brought out the father, the name of the father of their own children? Let people be cursing. After all, there are so many people. Me that you are seeing, my first child, I took care of her alone. I have never in my life brought out the name of the father of my child for them to curse. Many of them, they are no father, fatherless. Many children, lone parenthood. In fact, if you come abroad, we are a guy in lone parenthood. Nobody brings out the father of their children for them to be cursing. But you brought out your father, Mr. Deji, Mr. Victor, Ogutomi, and all your influencers and your supporters. They brought out your own father, and they are saying that people should be helping you to curse your father and your blood sister. If you know the implication of curses, if those curses come to pass, all those blackmail that you are doing to Shina Peters, all those blackmails, swearing, if you know the implication, you are no more a baby. You are no more a baby. You are no more a baby. Your advisors are totally trying to destroy you.